Chapter 61, Awakening. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. Zhang Yuochen was told that there could be no room for improvement when his chi pool was full and his realm had reached its peak. It was a great pity that there was one bull short of the ultimate realm. It's not because my body of martial arts isn't strong enough to break out the power of 100 bulls, but my martial technique is just that of the mid-class of human stage and lacks power, said Zhang Yuochen. A light broke into Blackie's mind and it mewed. It said, yes, I forgot that there is a martial technique that can increase one's power. Why did you practice only one martial technique of mid-class human stage until now? If the martial technique that you'd practiced was low class of spiritual, you could break out 100 bulls power. I don't need a low class of spiritual. A superior class of human stage is enough, which would help me to break out 100 bulls power and reach the ultimate realm of Yellow Realm, said Zhang Yuochen. It was odd that somebody opened 36 meridians but still hadn't reached the ultimate realm. Only by practicing martial techniques, exercises and the body of martial arts together, one could break out his most powerful power. Any absence would not lead to the ultimate realm. As for Zhang Yuochen, he had already reached the Yellow Realm in both exercises and the body of martial arts, but his martial techniques were still weak as he practiced Dragon and Elephant Prajnapam merely to the level 2, which just belonged to the mid-class martial techniques. The main role of Sacred Sword skill was the sword, not the man that mattered to the practice of the low-class spiritual martial technique. If Zhang could successfully practice Dragon and Elephant Prajnapam to level 3, Dragon and Elephant returning to Earth, it could be an easy thing for him to add the strength of a bull that he required. The latter stages of Dragon and Elephant Prajnapam would be difficult to practice undoubtedly. For instance, Zhang had practiced 3 level 3 Dragon and Elephant returning to Earth for many days but still couldn't make any progress. I require combat experience and in the Royal Palace, I can't find others to practice my palm with. Thus, because of a lack of practice, I haven't managed to reach the 3rd level successfully. If I leave here and exercise myself outside, I would lose the protection of the Yunwu Commander Prince and the Queen would attempt to have me assassinated. Bingo. I don't have to go out. King Mount came to his mind. The royal family reared many savage beasts in King Mount and most of them were 1st and 2nd level savage beasts. Zhang could fight with them. He hoped to practice the Dragon and Elephant Prajnapam successfully as soon as possible. After that he could fight with savage beasts. Zhang Yuochen had practiced in the internal space of time and space spinal for 25 days, which equaled to 8 or 9 days outside. He walked outside and saw Yun waiting for him. Your Highness, Lei has been recovered, including his arms and foot. But he still looks dull, just sitting on the stone stairs or drawing pictures on the ground for the whole day, said Yun. Zhang Yuochen sighed and said with pity, give him 200 silver coins and send him away. Whether he could get out of this dilemma or not depends on himself, and nobody can help. Then I'm going to send him out, Yun said. Seeing Yun's departure, Zhang Yuochen fell into meditation and he stopped Yun. Wait, I want to see him once more. Yun showed a hint of joy and nodded, leading Zhang Yuochen to Le's residence. Like Yun's description, Lo was sitting on the stairs and drawing the picture of Lin Ningshan on the ground repeatedly. However, his eyes were empty and he was just drawing instinctively. He didn't even realize Zhang's approach. Zhang Yuochen looked at this young man and asked, where is your sword? Lo sat still and mumbled, my meridians are all broken and I have no power to lift a sword. So you are broken too? Asked Zhang Yuochen. Of course, Lo answered slackly. Zhang Yuochen asked, but you have the power to draw these pictures? If you possess an aggressive heart, you must succeed. But now you are degenerating yourself. Lo bit his lip tightly and said, I'm not degenerating myself, I'm not. Zhang Yuochen looked at the pictures on the ground. You turned yourself into a waste for this cruel woman. Guess I overestimated you. Zhang Yuochen walked over to the steps and destroyed Lin Ningshan's drawings with his foot. Le cried with a pair of big red eyes. What are you doing? She did not treat you as a man. Why do you see her as a goddess? Are you not better than crap? Zhang Yuochen said. If you hadn't saved my life twice, I would have killed you, said Le. Zhang Yuochen laughed. You piece of crap couldn't kill me even if you practiced for 10 years. Ha ha ha. I am not a crap. Le howled loudly and the genuine chi rushed to his hand so that he could handle a bamboo stick, stabbing at Zhang Yuochen's heart. His genuine chi made the soft stick sharper than an iron sword. Boom! Zhang Yuochen reacted with one palm, blasted away in the air, spat some blood and then fell down on the ground with the broken stick. Zhang Yuochen said, "Now that I've beaten you to death and humiliated you, do you still treat me as your lifesaver?" Wu, howling like a wolf, stood up from the ground with two red eyes. He ran to Zhang Yuochen again and aimed at his neck. With his hand as a sword, Zhang Yuochen chopped Le's neck and beated him into the air again. Bang bang. Le became more and more crazy. He attacked Zhang Yuochen again and again with stronger power. However, every time it was he who beaten away by Zhang Yuochen. He could not touch Zhang Yuochen even a little. Standing far away, Yun was very worried but she didn't do anything. She knew that Zhang Yuochen was trying to beat Le to an awakening. An hour later, Le fell down on the ground and gasped again and again. Zhang Yuochen walked over and planned to punch him once more. "Stop!" cried Le. Zhang Yuochen turned happy and withdrew his fist as he said, "You choose to be a waste still?" Le shook his head and said, "I am a swordsman. By no means am I crap. Honestly speaking, I was clear when your first punch landed, thank you." "No need to thank me. It is your own that leads you out from the shadows." Zhang Yuochen helped Le to stand up and smiled. "What's your next plan?" Le answered sadly, "My meridians have all been broken. Currently, I am doomed not to be able to step into the Black Realm. However, I don't want to give up. I'll search for spiritual dose which can reconnect my meridians." Zhang Yuochen reflected a while and said, "Broken meridians are not necessarily a bad thing for you. I have a roll of special exercises, which common people can't practice but broken meridian man can. You may successfully practice these exercises with a strong will." Suddenly Le's eyes flashed with light and he asked, "What if I do successfully?" If Zhang Yuochen hadn't told him this news, he might have had no hope. "Like cocoons into butterflies. You might have a bright future," said Zhang Yuochen. Falling on one knee, Le said emotionally, "Please accept my gratitude." After that, Le said firmly, "I now owe you 3 lives if someday you need my assistance. I won't hesitate." Zhang Yuochen nodded and passed Non-Upal Samsara magic formula to Le directly. Non-Upal Samsara magic formula was frighteningly stronger than the Dan scripture which was given to the 9th Commandery Princess. But Zhang Yuochen didn't worry about whether or not Le would let it out. Le immediately secluded himself to refine Non-Upal Samsara magic formula and Death Xian took care of his daily life. It was time for Zhang Yuochen to head to King Mount to practice Dragon and Elephant returning to Earth. Accompanying Zhang Yuochen, General Zhiqian went to King Mount as well in order to protect Zhang Yuochen from many assassination attempts. Zhang Yuochen entered an impenetrable jungle, heading directly towards the first-level superior class savage beasts. A common savage beast was no threat to him, and only the superior class savage beasts could be his opponents. Half a day had passed, Zhang Yuochen encountered the first superior class savage beast, Thunderstorm Leopard. Thunderstorm Leopard was rather ferocious among the superior class savage beasts and had the power to kill a Yellow Realm warrior. Boom! Zhang Yuochen slapped it to death. Zhang Yuochen was unsatisfied seeing the body. "They are too weak to practice my palm techniques. I have to search a second-level savage beast." He walked deeper into King Mount. General Zhiqian hid far away and saw Zhang Yuochen killing the Thunderstorm Leopard. "The 9th prince is so powerful. I was over-worried about his life. No accident will happen if the second-level savage beast doesn't show." He was worried about Zhang Yuochen's safety, so he secretly followed him at a distance at O King Mount.